What's good, people? This is Air It Out, the podcast where hip hop conversations don't get watered down. Today, we're asking something a lot of people dodge: boom bap, grime, drill, broken beat. Are they really different genres, or are they different expressions of the same culture? If you think they're separate, you might be in denial. I think it's time to air it out.
OXGN.
Grown-up music.
We interrogate the featherweight. Stand in line whilst we demonstrate. We interrogate the featherweight. Stand in line whilst we demonstrate. We interrogate the featherweight. Stand in line whilst we demonstrate. We interrogate the featherweight. Stand in line whilst we demonstrate.
Air it out the ball.
What's your thoughts on this subject matter, man?
Boom Bap. Sorry, first of all, hello. I'm Steve Austin, the Colonel. And who are you, bro?
And I'm Superman Bam Bam.
Superman. Where's your cape? Where's your cape? I didn't say that. I didn't see your wings. Pigeon. Anyway.
No, man, the cape's there, man. The cape's there. But anyway, what's your thoughts, man? Come on, man. Stop dodging the question, man. What's your thoughts?
I think grime, drill, frill, trill, mill, skill. It's not hip hop. I don't think it is. It for me, because those guys keep repeating the same bar. They keep repeating the same bars, 4 bars over and over again. It's like, did you forget something? You need to remind yourself. You keep saying it over and over and over again. Like,
that's a Bertie take, bro. That's a Bertie take. That's a proper Bertie take. That's a style. That's one style of grime. That's like one style of like old time grime. You know what I'm saying?
The only rhyme that I like from whatever genre, whatever it is, whatever they want to call it, is arms house to your mum's house. That's the only line I've ever liked.
Is that only line you remember in the grime tune?
Well, I'll tell you that. What's his name? What's his name again? Is it Boom?
Who?
Boom. What's his name again? What's his name again? What's his name?
Rascal?
No, big guy.
Wiley, Kano,
no,
Gets.
No.
Who?
It'll come to me, man. He had that song.
Oh,
it was a big. But see that even Dizzy Rascal, when Dizzy first came out with Fix Up, well, that was my first.
Yeah.
I thought that was MC Mello because the vocal tone, whole throat style, like, I thought it was Mello. I was gonna phone him and say, "Yo, I heard your new song. You heard the song."
Do you know what? Do you know what? When you said that, there, right? I just saw the connection, man. I didn't even look at it like that. I didn't ever think that would sound like that, man. But it is like MC Mello vibes. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. But what about? Have you ever seen those takes that Lady LaSure does when she does like the Queen's speech and all of that?
I don't
know
what
I'm
that
saying.
is.
She's just banging out.
I don't know what that is.
Banging out. Oh damn, man. Damn, man.
I don't know who that
man. I just
the same way she don't know,
like I'm the charlatan or you are, man.
The same way she didn't know who I am, I don't know who she is. You know,
that's real, but
I've not. The thing is, the closest I've ever had to that sort of genre, my nephew used to make music, or he makes music, and he used to engineer for a lot of these grime guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he used to get a lot of beats from me as well, like my hip hop beats and stuff. So he played them guys, and they were like, right, this is proper hip hop. You know what I mean? But they couldn't get with it because it's not for them. It's the same way I don't get their stuff. They don't get right. A lot of them don't get our stuff because it's not for them. I guess they've created their own.
I kind of
niche.
I kind of hear what you're saying, but you know, if grime drill, you know, and the latest stuff, even with the broken beat kind of hip hop kind of vibes. If they weren't hip hop, right, nobody would be arguing this hard to keep them out.
Listen, I could tell you now, as a man, I've been close to the broken scene, as you know. Some of my brethren are broken legends, and for me, broken is not hip hop. Broken is not. And
nah, man, you can't say that, man. Okay. Let's do it another way. Let's cut this another way, right? Back in the day when you were in the crucible of broken beat before it was broken beat, right? When you're in the crucible, let's just take it back because I'm just gonna kind of debunk what you're saying, right?
Go ahead.
And you know the story, so break down the story of when you were in the studio and certain other man was in the next studio, and they were listening to you doing the hip hop thing in one room. And look, you break it down. Just break it down, man. And I'll just get my popcorn.
All I remember, and Daz IQ could vouch for this, Bunny Bread could vouch if Bunny was still... Yeah, if Bunny Bread could vouch for it, but Bunny's no longer with us, God rest his soul. And I had forgotten...
Rest in peace, God.
I had forgotten... The story I'm going to tell you, I actually forgotten about. So, as Uprock Recordings, we used to hold a night called Futurism. And at Futurism, we'd have different people come down and talk about their music process and stuff. And then one day we had Afronaut, Orin, bless us on stage. And he's told, people were saying, I think somebody asked him, what is the Uprock link to you guys? And Orin said, wow, one day this is when they had the studio in Richmond. And Orin was in one room with the big desk, that desk was huge, in one room, doing some stuff. I think he was doing stuff with Alex Funcy. And me, Daz, and Bunny were next door chopping kicks and snares and separating drum breaks. And Orin goes, what are you doing? Because we're taking the kick and the snare. And he's like, rah. And he goes, give me a disc. So we gave him a disc, you know, of kicks and snares, kicks and snares separated. And yeah, I'm not saying we didn't. I'm not saying we were the architects of that, but yeah, they stopped using. I remember when they stopped using break beats like Weather Report.
Check that out. Check that out. Right. Just kind of adding to the flavor here. That whole kicks and snares thing came from hip hop, right? So that whole kind of separation of the track, separation of the beats, that's from hip hop, okay? And all these artists from, I mean, you know more than me. Things like IG Culture, Digo, Mark Clive Lowe, Bugs in the Attic, you know, even For Hero, Kylie Tatum, yeah. That's all that kind of, like, you know, separation of that kicks and snares.
IG Culture. I first knew IG Culture when it was in Dodge City.
I like the way they just pause on that, man. Was that IG Culture when he was in Dodge City?
Yeah. So
go break it down, man.
But IG Culture was in Dodge, isn't it? Before he was IG Culture, Liquid Biscuit. Before he was IG Culture, he was in Dodge City Productions, and he was IG Culture then. And even before then, he was with like all them Femi on them guys, Young Disciples and them guys. So he's got a massive spectrum of musical knowledge and musical tastes and musical style. So even then, was Dodge City proper hip hop? I don't know. You know, they listened to their first album. It was very jazz orientated, funk orientated. Where you mentioned Boom Bap, your signature was Boom Bap, and I don't know any of those guys who made Boom Bap. Me and Bunny were the Boom Bappers, if anything. I think they kind of just progressed the music. You know, they progressed the sound, you know, and they took that kind of boom bap aesthetic and then brought in these melodies and all the rest of that kind of stuff and brought it to some other level of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And that expression, even if you think about it, right, you can have like, you know, Lyric L do a rhyme of it, big up Lyric L, you know, busting a rhyme of it. And you know one of the biggest broken beats tunes, you know, what's
comes
a big
from her.
broken
beat? You know what I'm saying?
What's yeah.
Look at that. Cat. Yeah.
Mate, there's big broken. That's a big tune. But there are big tunes as well. I'm not saying that. I'm not denying Lyrical that there.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of big tunes. Broken Beat or Brock or whatever you call it. I don't give a shit when people get really uptight of what it's called. I know it as Broken Beat, and I'm gonna call it Broken Beat till I die. All right. So this should be a t-shirt, Broken Beat till I die. Anyway, I don't know.
TM that, man. TM that.
There isn't many Broken Beat rap songs. How many rap songs do you know that are Broken Beat? How many Broken Beat rap songs? People tried to label Ty as Broken Beat and he weren't.
Ty was never Broken Beat, man. But I think that he took some of that Broken Beat aesthetic.
Because he had that song, Wait a Minute.
Music.
Because he had that song, Wait a Minute. They thought it sounded broken, but even he had close links to the Broken family, but there aren't many Broken Beat rap songs that I really know. Apart from Loose Lips, I guess.
I think in a way, Broken Beat for me is a bit like how Neo Soul is hip hop adjacent. Broken Beat is hip hop adjacent, right? In that sense, that you're gonna have like the kicks, the snares, and all of that kind of stuff. You're gonna have the melodies. You're gonna have a bit of sampling in there. They're gonna take those kind of frequencies and mess with them a little bit, but it has still got that kind of like, you know, that vibe of that kind of more jazz infused hip hop, you know. And if you can listen to a track by Tribe Called Quest, you know, I reckon a Tribe Called Quest listener will like a Broken Beat or Neo Soul tune.
Yeah, because their brains are more, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but their brains are more open, more receptive to sound. You know, there are some people who I know. You laughing, man? But there are some people I know who just won't get, you know, the broken.
I think we're still dodging this, man. I think like if I take a little bit deeper now, right? Let's talk about lyrical flows and stuff, right? So if we think about some of the biggest names.
Pause. If you're talking about lyrical flows, don't put grime and drill anything in it because there's none of them that got lyrical flow that can enter hip hop realm.
What are you talking about?
And
what?
And
Wait.
And the maddest. Listen.
What is this nonsense? What are you talking about, man? Yo, listen. How can you say an MC like Kano or Getz or Stormzy or Dizzy Rascal or Skepta and I know I'm bringing out the big guns.
The only one you mentioned there, I don't even know P Money. I don't know who that is. The only person you mentioned there that I will say has weight is Kano. The rest, toilet.
Yo. What about even who is, I could say she's gotten more hip hop now, but Little Sims.
Sims is bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Sims is bad.
Right? Okay, so when you listen to all of those MCs that I listed there, JME, man, right? Those are MCs to me. Those are MCs, man. They got lyrics to go.
You disappoint me,
lyrics to go, man.
You disappoint me, bro.
Look. Look at your face.
I thought we were friends, bro.
You're giving me jokes, man. Look at your face.
I move with people. I move with like-minded people. I don't. You're not.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me.
No,
I can't believe these guys are MCs. Yeah, you could put them in any.
Hold up a second.
Arena.
Who can get go again? Who can get? See, I can't say it right. Who can get go against in the US? Toe for toe.
Anyone.
We asked the survey. Can Gets go against any MC? Everyone's UK said yes.
Listen, man.
Our survey said.
Listen. I can't believe how you're getting so dark on these MCs, man.
It's not dark.
What about from the drill scene, like Heady One? You know what I'm saying? Unknown T.
I've got three drills
Losky,
downstairs
6,
in my
7.
cupboard. I've got 3 drills downstairs in my cupboard. A Erbauer, a Black and Decker,
Central C,
and a Milwaukee.
Oh man, I can't believe you're saying this stuff, man. I can't believe you're saying this.
You know what it is. You know what it is. You're one of them streaming people. I bet you've got enough. I bet you got enough Spotify and Deezer's accounts and.
Do you know what? I can't confirm. I can't
Traitor.
confirm or deny my streamingness. Right.
Traitor.
However,
And you want people to buy your shit. You know, you 20,000 streams is equivalent to like one person buying your MP3.
I can't believe that you call me a traitor to the hip hop. Traitor to hip hop. Nah, man. You know what it is? Okay, all right. Let me do a little breakdown. As to why my kind of taste expanded a little bit. Back in the sort of early-ish 2005, 2006 onwards, you know. I got involved with, you know, my cousins. Big up, my cousin who was in a group of dubstep producers and DJs, right, called Antisocial Entertainment. And they, you know, Quest and Silky. Quest, who produced a couple tracks for us on our first album, right? You know, Everywhere, all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's Quest, right?
Big up Quest.
And so, yeah. So if you think about it, you know, there is that adjacentness, even from the music that those guys were listening to. If you listen to a Quest and Silky tune, a Harry Craze tune, you know, Vivek, all them people, you know, big up Mala, you know what I mean? There was a musicality
I don't know any of those people you're mentioning.
I know.
Who the hell are they?
Don't know them. All right, I know you don't know them, but if you're going to look at how the scenes were, especially with dubstep remind me a bit of like how the drum and bass, the jungle scene was created off the back of, you know, Amen breakbeats, right? But for me, there's still that hip-hop adjacentness. If hip-hop hadn't come through, and if dubstep is slightly different because it's a lot akin to reggae music as well, you know, that whole kind of sound system thing. I think when I was around those cats, I was also, you know, introduced to a lot of the, you know, grime cats because they produced for some of these grime MCs, you know, and just looking at that and seeing those grime MCs and how they were spitting bars and the things they were talking about, the stuff that's happening on the street and whatever, just remind me of the same way that the MCs in New York would rap about the street, you know, the same thing that LA would rap about the streets.
You know what it is,
they were
though?
talking about the things in that way.
Let me interject. The reason why I don't like that any of those bits and pieces, it doesn't sound musical to me. Like, for example, the Boom Bap I listen to, there's either a sample loop of musical loop, all right, like a jazz loop, a soul loop, a funk loop. Is a loop and it's musical, and then there's the cack on top of it. But these grime, drill, frill, mill, skill people are making hip hop or sounds that sound. Remember when we first started rapping before there were samplers?
Yeah.
It was like ding, 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 ding. Little keyboard Casio, ding, 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 ding. And your kick sounded like, and your snare sounded like. That's what it sounded like. Kick, boof, kick, boof, kick.
Why are you doing this, man?
And then these guys are standing still doing this like they're having epileptic fits. I'm like, boof, kick. Boof, kick.
You're taking a pee, mate. You're a proper piss take. Listen. These guys are MCs. You could put Gigs. Gigs is an MC. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? He's got a particular flow. He's got that flow. He's got that deep. He's got that raspiness. He can be, you know, putting Gigs is like any kind of like those kind of Pimp Mac Daddy MCs in the Dirty South. You know what I mean? He's got that flow.
I don't like the Dirty South music either. When I lived in Texas, let me see a quick. Let me see a joke. Let me see a joke.
Wait, you don't like Outkast?
Yeah, I like Outkast. I don't rate them. I like them. They're fine. I can tolerate them.
You don't rate Andre 3000 as an MC?
He's okay. He's okay. He's not better than Kane. He's not better than Rakim. He's not better than Pharoah Monch. He's not better than
press the button here. Then press the button here.
He's not better than Black Thought. He's probably better than Common, yeah. But you know what? There are MCs that I remember. It's like when you have your coffee. How do you have your coffee? That's a question
However,
to
I
you.
have it, right?
I have a coffee
true.
black, strong, and 2 sugars. That's my preference. So your preference is your preference. You might have it. I was going to say white with 2 sugars. That's wrong. You might have it with milk, or but you know what I'm saying. It's like that's my preference, and
Word.
again, it's like I remember the story I was going to say to you. When I first heard In the Club, I hated it. I wasn't a fan of 50 Cent, but I lived in Texas for a while, and my mate Kenny took me to this
And then
club.
you heard the track, right?
I heard all these dirty sounds like crunk, da, 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 and all of a sudden, down there, boom, go, and it sounded like Rakim. when you hear like 2 hours of the man going rah 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 rah, and then you hear a weak hip hop sounding song like In the Club, you're like, yo, it felt like Rakim was rapping like Paid in Full.
Do you know something? I hear what you're saying in terms of hearing music, but sometimes when you hear music in their setting as well, can set things off. You know, like hearing Dirty South music in the Dirty South sounds different to hearing Dirty South music in, say, a place like New York.
I was in Texas.
In the same way,
I was in Texas listening. I was living in Texas.
No, I know what you're saying.
You don't get further south than that. I was in Houston. I was in Houston.
But it's the same way that listening to, say, grime or drill in the UK is different to listening to grime or drill in, say, New York or LA.
Bro,
it's gonna have a whole different feel.
I think you just need to understand this one thing, all right? And take this away. I don't like I just don't like it. I
can't believe you're saying this, man.
I just don't like it. And there's nothing wrong. And there's nothing wrong with people not liking stuff. You know what? If people don't like my stuff, cool, fair play to you. That's your entire, like the saying about people who have arseholes. Everyone has their own opinion. That's my opinion. It's not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? I don't drink that kind of tea. So, yeah, man, that's it. That's all I can say on that one. See, I know you're more worldly man than I am.
You don't really like that music. I got eclectic taste, man.
Because listen,
I'm that kind of dude. But
my eclectic taste comes to jazz music, soul music, funk music, rare groove, Latin, Brazilian funk. That's where my eclectic. When it comes to my hip hop music, I like my hip hop black, strong, 2 sugars.
Do you know what? That's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt. I like my hip hop black, strong, 2 sugars. We're gonna print out those t-shirts so people could get those t-shirts, man. That's dope. I love that. So listen, okay. So I take it we can move on past that subject since you're ready. You've set your stall, right? You set your stall. Okay.
We got 3 minutes 50 left, so we gotta make it swift.
Okay. Listen, Broken Beat, Bugs in the Attic. Yeah.
Love them. Well, right. Bugs, yeah.
Love them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bugs, right? Big up Daz IQ and crew. You know what I'm saying?
For me, it's, Daz, Kaidi, Mark Force.
Yeah.
Stagey.
Yeah.
It goes on.
Yeah.
-1.
Big names in the game. But a lot of them, literally, because when this music was in conception and they were literally next door to hip hop, that makes them hip hop adjacent.
Nah. They can say we're broken adjacent because we were next door. Because you're adjacent, you're next door. But you know what?
No, but they can't say that. You know why they can't say that?
Why that?
Because hip hop came before. That's why they can't say that.
No, I'll tell you why.
They can only say that because they were listening to hip hop.
Right, see, now I'm going to have to put in your place now. I'm going to have to blast you. I'm going to put some bullets. The reason why Broken Beat came about was because jazz man, house man, drum and bass man, jungle man, hip hop man were fed up. At the time, there was a point in time when everyone's scene was a bit stale and great planets collided in the universe. And when those great planets collided in the universe, an entity was born, and that entity was broken beat. So jazz, if you listen to jazz or broken, it's jazz, it's hip hop, it's funk, it's boogie, it's all of it, it's house, everything, all rolled into one. It's like imagine you had dice, hip hop dice, jazz dice, and you was going whack hack, broken beat run that your hand.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whack hack. I love it.
I'm just lashing shit now. Gasson.
Listen. All I got to say before we sign off, man, is, and I'll take that L, right?
Yeah, you better.
Different tempos, different accents, same
How come
black
you like
British
that stuff?
creative DNA,
Same
like black creative.
It's not even the fact that it's British, you know. It's
DNA.
just that I'm older. That's a young kid's thing. Like when I was young, my mom goes, "What's this rack attack you played in my house?" When I was playing hip hop, when I was playing PE and Fat Boys and bloody Houdini, my parents would go, "What's this rack attack?" Come on now, that's rack attack, man.
Listen, everyone. I think we've reached a stalemate with this one.
You need to grow up, bro. He's trying to stay young. He's trying to stay relevant. He's trying to do it LO. He's trying to do it LO. He's trying to be like young with flares. And rhinestones in your trousers.
Yo, I can't believe. Hey, that could be a whole other. Episode.
All like this. Oh, wearing rhinestones. That's you. You trying to be young. Remember, you got kids, bro.
Listen.
Come on, leave it alone.
Yo,
leave the kids for the kids.
Has been.
Yo, sorry.
I can't decide off.
Yeah, no, hold up a second. Let the poppers pop and the breakers break. We're cool cats. It's like that. That's the way it is. So still the hair back. You heard a long time for sucking MCs, but they don't make no songs like these. Peace.
Yo, and on that bombshell, as they say, right? We'll sign off. Like, subscribe, comment.
You're too much drill.
Thank you for. I'm telling you. Thank you for listening to Air It Out. Peace. And I think this one has definitely been aired out. Peace.
1 second.
That was funny, man.
Stand in line while we demonstrate. We interrogate the featherweight. Stand in line while we demonstrate. We interrogate the featherweight. Stand in line while we demonstrate. We interrogate the featherweight. Stand in line while we demonstrate.